Welcome to my channel. Today we are diving deep into the extraordinary life of a man who redefined the boundaries of human potential, dedication, and greatness. From the poverty-stricken streets of Madeira to the absolute pinnacle of global stardom, this is the definitive story of CR7. We will explore the tears, the triumphs, the relentless work ethic, and the moments that shocked the world. Get ready for an epic journey through the life of a living legend. If you love football and pure inspiration, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us for this incredible ride. This is the history of Cristiano Ronaldo.
The Boy from Madeira, 1985 to 2003. The Boy from Madeira, 1985 to 2003. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born on February 5, 1985, in Funchal, Madeira, Portugal. He was the youngest child in a family gripped by financial hardship. His mother, Dolores, was a cook, and his father, Dinas, was a municipal gardener who battled severe alcoholism. The family lived in a cramped, tin-roofed shack. Resources were scarce, but passion was abundant. For young Cristiano, football wasn't just a game, it was a lifeline, an escape, and a burning obsession. He played on the rough, uneven streets of Sant'Antonio, using rolled-up socks or plastic bottles when a real ball wasn't available. By age 10, his raw talent was undeniable. He joined the local club Nacional, where his blistering speed and mesmerizing dribbling caught the attention of mainland scouts. In 1997, at just 12 years old, Ronaldo made a life-altering decision. He left his tears-streaked family behind to catch a flight to Lisbon, joining the prestigious Sporting CP Youth Academy. The transition was brutal. Cristiano was a skinny island boy with a thick Madeiran accent that his teammates ruthlessly mocked. He cried himself to sleep nearly every night, desperately homesick. But beneath the tears lay an iron will. When coaches told him he was too frail to make it as a professional, Ronaldo didn't give up. Instead, he snuck out of his dormitory at night to lift weights in the academy gym, using buckets of water when the gym was locked. He was determined to build a body that could match his soaring ambitions. By age 15, a terrifying hurdle threatened to crush his dreams before they even began. He was diagnosed with a racing heart, a medical condition that could have forced him to retire from football forever. After a delicate, successful heart surgery, he was back on the pitch within days, running faster and pushing harder than ever before. By 2002, at age 17, Ronaldo made his first team debut for Sporting CP, quickly showcasing his dazzling stepovers and electric pace to the Portuguese Primeira Liga. Then came August 6, 2003, a date etched in football history. Sporting CP played Manchester United in a pre-season friendly to inaugurate the Estadio José Alvalade. Ronaldo tore the United defense to shreds. John O'Shea, tasked with marking him, reportedly needed an oxygen mask at halftime due to dizziness. On the flight back to England, the veteran Manchester United players begged their legendary manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, to sign the Portuguese teenager. Sir Alex, however, already knew what he had to do. The boy from Madeira was about to step on to the grandest stage of world football.
The Red Devil and the Birth of CR7, 2003 to 2009. When Cristiano arrived at Manchester United for a fee of £12.24 million, he didn't ask for the iconic number 7 shirt. He asked for number 28, his number at Sporting. But Sir Alex Ferguson looked him in the eye and said, "No, you are wearing the 7." He was inheriting the mantle of George Best, Eric Cantona, and David Beckham. The pressure was immense, but Ronaldo welcomed it. He made his debut as a substitute against Bolton Wanderers, and within 30 minutes, his dazzling feat, audacious tricks, and explosive pace electrified Old Trafford. A star was born. Yet his early years in England were a learning curve. Critics accused him of being a show pony, a player with endless stepovers but no final product, who dove too easily and lacked maturity. The ultimate turning point came during the 2006 FIFA World Cup. In a fiery quarter-final match between Portugal and England, Ronaldo's United teammate Wayne Rooney was sent off. Ronaldo was caught on camera winking at the Portuguese bench after the red card. The English media erupted in fury. Ronaldo became public enemy #1 in England. Effigies were burned, and fans promised a hostile reception. Instead of breaking, Ronaldo transformed the hatred into pure fuel. He returned to Manchester bigger, stronger, and completely hyper-focused. Sir Alex Ferguson and assistant coach René Meulenstein worked tirelessly with him, teaching him to stop trying to score the perfect goal and instead become a lethal clinical finisher. The results were catastrophic for the rest of Europe. The 2007 to 2008 season was Ronaldo's masterpiece. He became an unstoppable force, a physical specimen capable of scoring bullet headers, long-range rockets, and mesmerizing knuckleball free kicks, a technique he pioneered. He scored an astonishing 42 goals across all competitions, leading Manchester United to a Premier League title and the UEFA Champions League in Moscow, where he scored a towering header in the final against Chelsea. At just 23 years old, Cristiano Ronaldo lifted his very first Ballon d'Or. He had evolved from a flamboyant winger into the most devastating attacker on the planet. But his ultimate childhood dream was calling from the sunny capital of Spain. The King of Madrid, 2009 to 2014. On July 6, 2009, a record-breaking 80,000 fans packed the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium. They hadn't come for a match, they had come just to see one man stand on a stage. Cristiano Ronaldo had joined Real Madrid for a world record transfer fee of £80 million. Standing at the microphone, he looked out at the sea of white shirts, smiled, shouted, "Hala Madrid," and the crowd exploded. Expectation morphed into an era of unprecedented footballing warfare. This era defined the greatest individual rivalry in sports history: Cristiano Ronaldo versus Lionel Messi. Barcelona was dominating the world under Pep Guardiola, and Ronaldo was brought to Madrid to tear down that empire. The pressure was suffocating, but it brought out a version of Ronaldo that was terrifyingly efficient. He shed his past playing style to become an absolute goal-scoring machine. Every weekend became a gladiatorial duel. If Messi scored a hat-trick on Saturday, Ronaldo would score 4 on Sunday. He broke records at a terrifying velocity, becoming the fastest player in La Liga history to score 100, 200, and 300 goals. Under José Mourinho, he spearheaded the iconic 2011-2012 Los Blancos team that won La Liga with a record 100 points, famously silencing the Camp Nou with his iconic "Calma, calma" celebration, "Calm down, I am here." Yet the ultimate obsession for Real Madrid was La Décima, their elusive 10th UEFA Champions League title. For 12 long years, the club had failed. The weight of that failure rested squarely on Ronaldo's shoulders. The breakthrough came in the 2013-2014 season. Ronaldo ran rampant through Europe, scoring an all-time record 17 goals in a single Champions League campaign. In the breathless final against Atletico Madrid in Lisbon, Real secured the historic 10th crown. Ronaldo capped off the night by scoring a penalty, ripping off his shirt and flexing his muscular physique in pure, unadulterated ecstasy. He won his second and third Ballon d'Or awards during this period, cementing his status not just as a superstar, but as the King of Madrid. European dominance and immortal status. Between 2014 and 2018, Cristiano Ronaldo did not just play football, he conquered it. Under the calm guidance of manager Zinedine Zidane, Real Madrid achieved what modern pundits deemed completely impossible, a UEFA Champions League three-peat, 2016, 2017, and 2018. In the biggest knockout matches, when the pressure was high enough to crush ordinary men, Ronaldo consistently turned into an unstoppable force. The defining image of this absolute sporting immortality occurred on April 3, 2018, in Turin against Juventus. In the Champions League quarterfinal, Dani Carvajal chipped a cross backward. Ronaldo, moving at lightning speed, launched his body into the air, hovering nearly 8 feet high, parallel to the ground. He struck a flawless, jaw-dropping overhead bicycle kick past a motionless Gianluigi Buffon. It was a goal so beautiful, so structurally perfect, that the hostile Juventus home fans stood up and gave Ronaldo a passionate standing ovation. It was a moment of pure sporting transcendence. But Ronaldo's greatest triumph during this golden era came not in the white shirt of Madrid, but in the red of his beloved Portugal. For decades, Portugal had been labeled as underachievers. At Euro 2016 in France, nobody expected them to win. Ronaldo dragged his team through the group stages and knockouts with sheer force of will. In the final against the host nation of France, tragedy struck. Ronaldo suffered a brutal knee injury in the early minutes. He tried to play through the agonizing pain, his knee heavily bandaged, but fell to the turf crying as a moth landed on his face, an iconic image of heartbreak. Forced off the pitch, Ronaldo refused to go to the dressing room. With his knee wrapped in ice, he stood side by side with manager Fernando Santos in the technical area. Limping, shouting, and passionately directing his teammates, he acted as a second coach on the touchline. When Eder scored the winning goal in extra time, Ronaldo wept tears of absolute joy. Portugal were champions of Europe. By the time he left Madrid in 2018, he was Real's all-time top scorer with an unbelievable 450 goals in 438 games, holding 5 Champions League trophies and 5 Ballon d'Ors. He had achieved total immortality. The Italian Job and the Emotional Return, 2018 to 2022. In the summer of 2018, looking for a brand new challenge to test his greatness, Cristiano Ronaldo shocked the sporting universe by signing for Italian giants Juventus in a €100 million deal. Italy is famous for its brutal, highly tactical, and notoriously defensive football. Critics claimed a 33-year-old Ronaldo would finally slow down. They were wrong. He adapted instantly, transforming his game once again to become a ruthless Serie A poacher. He smashed records in Italy, becoming the fastest player in Juventus's history to score 50 goals and helping the club secure 2 Serie A titles. He proved that no matter the country, no matter the defensive system, CR7 was an inevitability. Yet, despite his individual brilliance and stunning hat tricks, like his legendary 3-goal comeback against Atletico Madrid, the ultimate goal of bringing a Champions League trophy to Turin slipped through his fingers. Then, in August 2021, the football world experienced absolute internet-breaking chaos. Rumors swirled that Cristiano Ronaldo was heading to Manchester City. Shocked and heartbroken, Manchester United fans held their breath. In a dramatic 24-hour turnaround, spearheaded by late-night phone calls from Sir Alex Ferguson and Rio Ferdinand, the prodigal son chose to come home. Cristiano Ronaldo returned to Manchester United. His homecoming match against Newcastle was theatrical. Old Trafford was a sea of red, vibrating with pure emotion. Ronaldo scored twice, sending the stadium into utter bedlam. It felt like a fairy tale. He finished the season as United's top scorer with 24 goals, single-handedly saving them in numerous Champions League matches. But behind the scenes, the fairy tale was rotting. The club was in structural disarray, cycling through managers and lacking a winning culture. The breaking point arrived in 2022 with the appointment of manager Erik ten Hag, who benched the aging superstar. Compounded by a deeply personal family tragedy, the heartbreaking loss of his newborn twin son, Ronaldo's frustration boiled over. An explosive, unfiltered television interview with Piers Morgan severed his relationship with the club permanently. His contract was terminated by mutual consent. He left the European stage in an atmosphere of bitter controversy. The global icon and Al-Nassr era, 2023 to present. When Cristiano Ronaldo signed for Saudi Arabian club Al-Nassr in January 2023, the football world was stunned. Many pundits and critics quickly dismissed the move, claiming it was the quiet, wealthy retirement home for a fading giant whose time at the top had come to an end. But they severely misunderstood the core of who Cristiano Ronaldo is. He didn't go to Saudi Arabia to softly fade into the background. He went there to build an empire and conquer a whole new continent. His arrival completely altered the landscape of global football. Ronaldo became the catalyst for an unprecedented sporting migration. Within months of his signing, world-class superstars like Karim Benzema, Neymar, Sadio Mane, and N'Golo Kanté followed his footsteps to the Middle East. Ronaldo had single-handedly put the Saudi Pro League onto the global map. On the pitch, his insatiable hunger for goals remained utterly untouched by age. In 2023, at 38 years old, when most players have long retired or moved to casual leagues, Ronaldo defied biology. He scored an incredible 54 goals for club and country, finishing the calendar year as the undisputed top goal scorer in the entire world, beating out young superstars like Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe. Ronaldo has broken past the boundaries of the sport to become the ultimate global icon. He became the first human being to surpass 600 million followers on Instagram, making him the most followed and influential person on the planet. Every single goal he scores now extends his own mythical world record as the highest official goal scorer in human history, soaring past 900 career goals. Cristiano Ronaldo's history is not just a story of trophies, statistics, or unimaginable wealth. It is the ultimate testament to what can be achieved when raw talent is forged in the fires of relentless work ethic, sacrifice, and an uncompromising refusal to accept defeat. He overcame poverty, a life-threatening heart condition, intense media vilification, and the inevitable passage of time. From a weeping boy on the volcanic docks of Madeira to an immortal global icon, Cristiano Ronaldo carved his name into the bedrock of human history. The boy who had nothing conquered everything.